Hi there, Andrew Lessman here with a very exciting monthly special. It is it's our most popular product much of the year. It's always vying for that top position with our Essential 1 multivitamin, our circulation and vein support for healthy legs, our omega-3s. So healthy hair, skin, and nails is not a product I thought was destined for that role, but you've chosen otherwise. It's taken on a life of its own. Over 6,000 reviews. It's our most reviewed product. About 80% of those reviews are perfect 5-star reviews. So it's remarkably effective. It's also, unlike typical tablets, it's ultrafine powdered in capsules, so it's completely bioavailable. And if something doesn't go into solution, if it's not bioavailable, you can't benefit. That's one of the reasons why this product is so much more beneficial than other products you see on the market. It also, as I said, will be easy to swallow. It will never upset your stomach. The quality of the nutrients are head and shoulders above any of the other products you'll see in the market as well. And gummies are an insult to our intelligence. We shouldn't be consuming candy, sugars to get the nutrients we need. I think that's just in response to tablets being unpleasant to swallow and their additives unpleasant to consume. So gummies are just candy with some nutrients in it. They shouldn't exist. An ultrafine powder in a capsule that's easy to swallow that will never upset your stomach or never have an aftertaste. It's better than a gummy. You consume gummies every day. By the time you're done, you're consuming thousands of calories unnecessarily every year, which is absolutely insane. Even a 10-calorie gummy, which most of them are 15 or 20 or more, is what, every day, 365 days? That's 3,650 extra calories a year. That's a few days of calories. So hopefully, gummies are going to become a thing of the past. But our healthy hair, skin, and nails at a little more than a dime a capsule. It's a fraction of the price of when I introduced it, and it's 10 times the potency of when I introduced it. So it's an incredible value. The reviews speak to how effective it is, and it'll be unlike any other supplement you've ever used in terms of ease of swallowing, never an upset stomach, and ease of use. So enjoy.
Hey, welcome in to HSN. My name is Michelle Yarn, and this is the perfect segue, actually, as you just saw from Andrew Lessman, his healthy hair, skin, and nails supplements. We're gonna stay on that train and talk about hair loss, and more importantly, how to regrow hair that you may have lost. We're gonna do it with Capillus. This is such a unique system to help you regrow the hair you have lost and also keep the hair that you do have on your head with an FDA-cleared medical device in a baseball cap. Legitimately, what if I told you just by wearing this hat for 6 minutes a day, you could do all of those things that I mentioned? It is possible without appointments, without downtime, without sprays and creams and fibers and plugs. It's your hair regrown. Now, this is the kind of system that you do see out in doctors' offices. This is using specialized laser therapy. And look at this before and after. I mean, these are incredible, regrowing your hair. And the interesting thing about the offer we're about to share with you is not only is this a weekly deal drop, and not only is it the best value we have ever offered on this system before, we are also giving you a full year to try it out, because we're regrowing hair. This is not some magical use it for a day and all of a sudden your hair has grown back. It takes time to regrow hair. We at HSN with Capillus are gonna give you a full 365 days to try this system out. You wear it 6 minutes a day. It's a rechargeable, completely portable way to do it. And if you look at your screen, just the laser therapy cap alone is an $899 value. That's almost $900. Our deal for the weekly deal drop, the best price I have ever seen, is $489. So that is over a $400 savings, plus we're giving you all of these extras. You're getting the belt clips because you've got this easy little battery pack. You can just clip this on your belt. Maybe you're wearing it in the car. Maybe you're wearing it in bed while you're reading the newspaper. Anywhere you wanna go, you get the belt clips. 3 different types of plugs. So if you're traveling internationally, we've got you covered there because you're gonna wanna take this with you. Speaking of which, you are also going to be able to very easily take along with you the $60 spray. Now, this is called the Activator Serum. And it is usually an add-on. It's something extra that people will pick up. But this is going to be a leave-in serum kind of beauty treatment to help you treat the hair, right? To help nourish it and condition it and treat your hair. You don't have to have it to use with the system, but it's coming included. You're not even paying for that. That's a $60 value. You're also getting the carry case, I believe. Aren't you getting the carry case with this? Yeah. So we'll have to get that out here for you so that you guys can see that too, because it's perfectly shaped, soft. It's got a zipper around so you can take this with you on the go. And by the way, the hat, you can pop it off. This is a very flexible, soft cap, and you can put any baseball hat that you want on top of this. Such an easy system to use, men and women. This is the type of thing that a household can share. If you have 6 minutes a day and you have a little patience, you can regrow the hair that you've lost. So I wanna welcome our special guest, Marissa Maddox, here with Capillus. And it's so good to see you, my friend. I know you've done a lot of work with the company and you're in the beauty industry as well. So I feel like this is the perfect combination, because hair loss is something that I think a lot of us have tried every product out there to try and hide and cover up, but we can actually regrow our hair.
Absolutely.
This is incredible. Welcome
yes,
in.
it is. Thank you. It's so great to be here with you. It really is a very special bundle because this is the lowest price we have ever done. And not only that, but you get a full year to try it, which is really incredible. So the value on this is absolutely remarkable. But what I love about the cap is not only does it help you regrow your hair, but it also helps you regain that sense of self-confidence. Like you mentioned, this can be a very sensitive topic. And, you know, there's a lot of suffering in silence that can happen, and this can help you regain your confidence, and we love seeing that. We love seeing you get your smile back, get your happy back, get your life back, and not feel like you have to hide anymore. You know, I mean, I have the cap right here in my lap. This is the one that I use. This is mine from home. This is an FDA cleared medical device. You can see on Michelle's head, she's showing you those lasers.
If you lift it too much, it shuts off automatically, which is super smart, but I just want you guys
It's gonna chirp at you. It's just a little safety mechanism, so to protect your eyes a little bit in case you're a little sensitive to light. But FDA cleared medical device, and we have done clinical studies that show that not only does this help regrow your hair, it will help prevent further hair loss. So if you are one of the millions, and it's millions, that are suffering from hereditary hair loss, hormonal hair loss, androgenic alopecia, male-female pattern hair loss, we're all talking about the same thing here. And you can see on the screen there, it's showing a little animation, and that's what your scalp looks like up close. And you can see that red laser light. That red laser light energy is penetrating into the scalp, down to the follicle, and it's repairing that follicle. Because if you are suffering from hereditary hair loss, hormonal hair loss, what's happening is your follicle is shrinking down, and it's becoming very unhealthy. That's called miniaturization. And this cap can help reverse miniaturization and get that follicle healthy again. So as long as you still have a follicle that's viable, that's producing, even if it's a little baby, sometimes it's a little peach fuzz hair, or even sometimes it's dormant, we can help you regrow that hair. And you don't have to hide anymore. You know, the caps and the scarves and the powders and the sprays, there are so many things out there you have to keep up with, and this is a one-time purchase. It's low-level laser therapy, and like I said, you're just gonna pop the cap on your head. Two-step process. You press a button, you put the cap on your head. It's
good to go.
That's it. It's portable. It's 6 minutes a day. This times itself. You can recharge this. It's a lithium-ion battery, rechargeable. We're all used to recharging our devices these days. I think that's just part of life, but it's portable. You can pop this in your pocket. You mentioned the belt clip. If you want to clip it on, you can. Get your coffee, get your breakfast going, do whatever you would like to do, but it's going to work on repairing those follicles. And it's the lowest price it's ever been.
You guys,
so if you
it's
wanted
almost
it before,
half off. I mean, my goodness, Marissa, the cap alone is about $900. And you know, this is an FDA cleared medical device. This is not like some magical cap that after one day you have a full head of hair. I mean, this is a real issue. This is a real device, and it takes real time to actually regrow hair. But that's also why you have a full year. I mean, that's almost unheard of. Who gives you an entire year to try something? And make sure you take a before. And you will, I mean, you're gonna wanna compare about 6 months in, even a couple months in. Maybe you can walk us through the process of what can I expect typically when I get this home that's gonna happen. Right,
so like you said, this is science, it's not magic. I think if this grew our hair overnight and we could wake up tomorrow and we had a full head of hair, we'd be sold out by now. It's safe to say. So this is a bit of a process. Remember, you didn't grow your hair overnight. You're not going to lose it overnight and vice versa. So if you are suffering from hormonal hair loss, hereditary hair loss, this is something that can help you. But again, as long as that follicle is still viable. So what you're going to do is place this cap on your head for 6 minutes a day. You have the little power button on here, and it'll kind of chirp at you if you don't put it on right away, because there are safety sensors on there for your eyes, but you pop it on your head. And you do it every day for 6 minutes, and it's so super easy. So 0 to 3 months. I'm doing my treatment right now. This is so convenient.
Yeah, me too.
0 to 3, yeah, we're doing it together. 0 to 3 months, you probably will not see much on the outside, but a lot of work is getting done beneath your skin. That red laser light energy is penetrating your scalp. It's going down into that follicle about 5 millimeters, and it's making that follicle healthy again. It's repairing that hair. You're gonna have a frail, thin, brittle hair. One of the signs of this type of hair loss is thinning hair. So if you could wrap your rubber band around 2 times and now you can wrap it 4, kind of a really good sign that this might be going on with you. So 0 to 3 months, you won't see much on the surface. You will see a little bit, maybe extra shedding. As I said, you're gonna shed those unhealthy hairs because you have to make room for the healthy hairs. So you might see a little bit of extra shedding, but we all do shed hairs on a daily basis. That's not necessarily unhealthy as it is. 3 to 6 months, that's when you're gonna probably start to see a little bit of progress there. And like you mentioned, take photos. Absolutely take photos all through this process. First week, second month, track this, because you know what it's like? I have a friend that has small kids. And I see her maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. And when I come back over, they have grown 5 feet. My goodness, I have not seen them. They look huge. Not notice. And she doesn't notice because she sees them every day. So to her, it's, you know, they haven't gotten any bigger. But to me, they look like they've grown, you know, a foot. So
track the process and see.
So
and a decrease in hair loss too. Maybe you're not noticing, like my husband, I'll notice little hairs on the pillowcase, you know, or maybe for women especially, you know, in the shower, maybe you're not noticing quite as much hair loss. I mean, where this was the 3 to 6 month range. What about 6 months and on? 6 months to 12 months, you're going to see more obvious results. So at that 3 to 6 month point, you might start noticing your hair is growing out. It's a little thicker. The texture might be a little bit different, might seem a little healthier. 6 months to a year, you're going to see an obvious difference. And at 2 years, we reach what's called full efficacy. So that's when you get to the point where you're really getting the max results. So you have 2 full years to turn your hair completely around, to completely make it over. And I know 2 years may sound like a long time, but think of what could happen in 2 years. This is progressive. So think about how much more could fall out. That time's going to pass regardless. So that 2 years can either pass and you've made no changes, which means it's gonna get worse, or 2 years can pass and you can start seeing, I mean, major difference. Like the before and afters we have are pretty incredible. And most of those are 6 months to a year in. We have a full 365-day return policy. This is on right now. You see the red? When you pop it up, it knows, and it'll shut, see that? And it'll shut itself off. But look at some of these before and afters. I mean, look at, this is 6 months.
That's so compelling. It's 6 months of use.
That is incredible.
You can see that his part is much less visible. The way you can see his scalp there, that pattern on the left, it's much less visible on the right. And this is only 6 months in. And not only that, the texture of his hair in the back was thicker. And Anna, this is a gorgeous before and after. This is 1 year. Look at how much thicker. You can no longer see her part. And I noticed on the sides in that before that her hair looks like it's breaking. It looks frail. It looks brittle and uneven. And on the after, you can see that it's smooth, that it's all one length. It looks thicker, healthier, more voluminous. And you can see she colored her hair in there. And this is your own hair. You can color it. It's your hair you're growing out.
Look at
this. This is incredibly impactful. Now, when we say that the follicle has completely stopped producing and you can no longer bring it back, that's what we call shiny bald. And you look at this photo and you almost think, I remember seeing this before and thinking, can we help him? Is this?
But you can see the little hairs,
But you can see there are little baby fine hairs probably in there, or maybe some dormant follicles. And this is only after 1 year. And remember, you get 2 full years till you reach full efficacy. So he still has another year. He could potentially grow in a very full, beautiful head of hair. And looking at that before, you might really think this is, I don't know, you know, and we have some charts and things that we can show you that will demonstrate who this is suitable for.
Sure.
But that one's just so impactful to me to see that. It's such a difference.
It's amazing. And you know what I love about it? The simplicity, because, and we were talking a little before the show, and my husband knows that I share this stuff on the air and he is fine with it, but you know, it's hereditary in his family, and we always joke, like, he quite literally has his grandpa's genes, because he, like, you can see it happening now. If you look at photos of his grandpa from when he was 40, which is how old my husband is, it's the same. It's the same pattern that we're seeing. So he's starting to freak out a little bit, not gonna lie. But he is a little disorganized. He's a little all over the place, and we've tried different things. And you know, there are other options. There are sprays you can use. You have to be diligent with that. It's messy. You have to remember to buy refills. Like, it's a pain. He doesn't always remember, right? And he's not keeping up with that. Something like wearing a hat. I mean, when he wakes up in the morning, he's scrolling through his phone for the first 6 minutes of his day anyway. Imagine if you could just grab this, put it on, push the little button, and you've just done your treatment. So for me, I feel like I would rather him have something like this, because they talk about how compliance is so important with something like this. You need to be consistent. You just have to if you want to see those changes. This is so much easier than the other options out there. And this is not a powder or a spray or, you know, plugs or costly treatments. I mean, this is your hair growing back in. You can comb it, you can wash it, you can color it if you want to. It's your hair. But it's so easy to achieve, which is, you know, one of those things I think we're immediately removing major barriers that most people face. And then people get fed up and they think it's not working because it's too hard to keep up with. Right. You know, with this, you own it. And I get it, it's an investment, it is. Today, you're saving almost half off. A $471 savings is pretty significant. A full year to try it, and you don't even have to spend all that at once. If you notice our flex payments, $97.80. That's your first flex pay. It's immediately on its way to you. Shipping and handling is covered. You've got a full year to try it out, and you're getting a ton in this bundle. The device alone is about $900. It's $899. So already at $489, I mean, we are so far ahead of the game, it's almost comical. Look at everything else you're getting. The cap included. Remember, this is a removable device. You can put any baseball cap on it. You get the battery pack, you get the belt clips, you get the activator serum coming included as well. It's a $959 value that today is $489. And this is what we call our weekly deal drop. So this, you know, launched on Sunday, it will end again on Sunday, or while supplies last. It's always one or the other, but I have never seen it at this price before.
I know, it's unbelievable. It really is. Yeah. If you've seen this before and maybe you kind of couldn't swing it, now is really the time to do it, because this is the lowest it's ever been, and it's a really special bundle, especially with everything else you're getting. You're getting that lovely activator, you're getting those plugs. If you travel, you have all the international plugs, because generally you don't travel for a week or two. Maybe you're gone for months if you're going overseas, and you want to keep up with it. And I know you spoke to compliance, and that is very, very important. I will say, you do have to do it every day, but it's 6 minutes. And just like you said, you know, your husband wakes up and he's scrolling in bed. Yeah. I do it first thing in bed too. I keep it by my nightstand because I can do anything.
It's done for the day.
And I can do anything in 6 minutes in the morning. I mean, I'm a slow mover in the morning. So I pop it on. I'm scrolling through my emails, and before you know it, it's done. And just like you said also, if you're doing the sprays and the powders and tonics and potions, and I'm not saying there aren't things out there that will work, but this is a one-time purchase. Yeah. And lasers, these are medical grade lasers. They will last a very, very long. You might pass this down. You might pass this down to your kids. And I know you also said, you joke about your husband getting his hair loss from his grandfather. Yeah. And I will say that hair loss it's both men and women. Millions of us are suffering from it, but it comes from actually father's side and mother's side, both sides. So never think that you're not susceptible with it because you've heard some sort of rumor that it only comes from this side or the other side. Sure. But now there's something you can do about it. And you can see on the animation there, that's showing the cap and those lasers lit up. And it won't pop on until you get it on your head. There are sensors, safety sensors on the sides, just to protect your eyes a little bit in case you're a little bit sensitive. But this is silicone inside that inner shell. It's very soft, super flexible. It fits any head. It's not gonna fit tight like a baseball cap, but it's going to give you really, really full coverage inside. So you're gonna hit all those points on your head and you're just gonna start regrowing those hairs. And remember, this is progressive hereditary hair loss, hormonal hair loss. So the longer you wait, the more of a risk you take of losing follicles that are becoming not viable, not producing.
And the further you have to go to get back, too.
Right.
You know, it's the kind of thing when you see the opportunity, maybe you've had this favorited on our HSN app, or it's been sitting in your cart for a while because you're waiting for the right moment. This is the moment. This is such a great price point, you guys, and it's so easy to do. You don't feel a thing, by the way. That's another thing people tend to ask, like, well, can you feel it? You don't even know.
No, you don't even know you're wearing it.
You've got a hat on. And this comes off. You can undo it and put your own hat on this. It's completely portable. It's rechargeable. There's one button. I think I can handle one button.
It's a two-step. You do have to do it. You do have to keep doing it. Again, compliance is really key. So if you are using this for months and months and you take weeks off, you might revert back to where you were. Right. But if you miss a day, you're not going to wake up and you're back to normal, you know? So don't worry about that too much, but you do have to keep up with it. And after the 2 years, you're just doing maintenance. So at that point, you're just maintaining. But you've grown back that full, gorgeous head of hair. And our hair is really, you know, our crown of glory. So you want to maintain it. You want to take care of it. And it's only 6 minutes out of your day. And you can do it while you're multitasking, doing other things. It's very discreet. And the hat does pop out. So if you want to put a fashion hat on, if you want to put your gardening hat on and go outside and, you know, water the plants, you can certainly do that. But just the easy factor is 10 out of 10 for sure, which is wonderful.
You can work it into your life very easily. Like there's this thing called habit stacking. So if there's something you always do, like let's say you always read your book before bed, put it on your book so that you remember. If you always go make tea in the morning, by the time you get all the stuff together and get the pot boiling, put it there so that you remember and it becomes second nature. I mean, they say it takes 30 days to build a habit. This is gonna be so simple for you to do, and over time, that's when you start to see those changes. We have a full 1-year return policy with this, which really is wild. I think that might be the longest return policy we have on anything, because we really, it takes time to regrow hair. We really want you to be able to establish that a change is happening. Make sure you take pictures. Because you're gonna love the changes that you see. And you had mentioned some charts, and we do have charts to help kind of explain who is this good for, and you know, you might be able to relate to one of the images to see if this is you. Let's start with women, because I think not enough women talk about hair loss.
They really don't.
And we experience this a lot more than you might think.
Exactly, and a lot of people just don't talk about it, like you said. Men, I think, talk about it a little bit more. So this is the Ludwig-Savin classification, and this is showing female pattern hair loss. So you can see that a large portion of that is gray. And the gray portion, those women that you can see there, are ideal candidates to use the Capillus cap. They are experiencing moderate hair loss, so this can help you. If you fit into one of those photos, this can help you regrow your hair. Now, the white area where there are 2 ladies, unfortunately, that's advanced hair loss, and you've gotten to that point where you've just lost too many follicles. They've just stopped producing. They're no longer viable, and at that point, we just really can't help you with this. But if notice the gray area is actually much larger, and females tend to lose their hair in a different way than men do. We do a little more widening of the part, or sometimes up the sides, and men lose theirs a little bit differently, and we can see on their chart here, they have the Norwood-Hamilton classification that shows male pattern hair loss. So when you can see again in the gray area, those gentlemen experiencing the hormonal hair loss, hereditary hair loss, androgenic alopecia, and they are still at a stage where we can help regrow their hair with the low-level laser therapy that this cap is offering. Now, the gentleman in the white up at the top, they just don't have anything to treat yet. They're still, you know, producing healthy hair. So at that point, there's just really nothing for us to really help them with. And then the gentleman in the white at the bottom, again, they've reached that what we call shiny, bald point
completely
where
gone.
the follicles are just, yeah, they're
Gotcha.
just not producing. So there is a large area in both of these classifications where you can see there is an opportunity to regrow your hair, which is really exciting. And it's just so easy for you to try, and you're getting the lowest price right now. And there's also, you know, we did all the clinical testing on this, and the studies show that it can regrow your hair and it can help you maintain that regrowth. And you can see the Fitzpatrick scale there on skin colors. And I will say we tested this only on 1 through 4. So 5 and 6, the darker skin tones, we did not do the clinical studies on.
Okay.
And the only reason we did not is because this is a very meticulous process. We're literally counting hairs during this study. So the easiest way to do that is just counting dark hairs on a lighter skin tone. If you do have a darker skin tone, we absolutely encourage you to try this. I mean, it has been clinically shown to help regrow your hair, to help prevent further hair loss, and it is an FDA-cleared medical device. So absolutely give it a try if you have one of the darker skin tones, and you have a full year. So give it time, track it, take photos, see what happens, and you have all the time in the world to see how it's gonna go for you.
Well, let's see what other people thought. People who were able to get it home and did give it a go and gave it time to do its thing. Take a look at some of these testimonials.
Hi everybody, my name is Lulo Sada. I'm a longtime Miami musician. You know, when you get up on stage, you really wanna look your best, and I noticed that my hair was thinning a little bit, so I looked into laser therapy. I decided on Capillus, and I recently saw my 6-month before and after photos, and you can tell there's a difference. So thanks, Capillus. Definitely looking forward to seeing the results after a year.
And look at this before and after.
It's so impactful.
It's wild. That's 6 months.
That's really unbelievable.
That's half of your return policy.
And hearing him speak about how he's a performer and he's up on stage, I know we're not all doing that, but that's actually something that can be really relatable. If you're getting up at the charity auction and presenting, or you're in front of the boardroom, or you're even in a big dinner with a bunch of people you haven't seen in a long time, I mean, you can really feel like all eyes are on you. And again, this can be a very sensitive topic. It can make people feel very self-conscious. A lot of people isolate, or maybe you're not going to things anymore. You're not going to the pool because you're afraid your scalp's gonna show, or you're avoiding being in photos, and nobody should live that way. We want you to live your life. We want you to enjoy it. And if it's as simple as wearing a cap 6 minutes a day, I mean, think of what's gonna happen 6 months from now, a year from now. I mean, we blink our eyes and it seems like the fall holidays are here, right? So you have, 10, 11 months at this point where you could have a full head of hair in your Christmas photos and to attend holiday events, or even, you know, we saw that 6-month before and after, which was incredible. It was amazing, impactful. That's summertime when you're swimming. So, I mean, with 1 year to try it out, why not give it a try? It's the lowest price. You have absolutely nothing to lose.
And you're investing in yourself. I mean, you're investing in feeling confident again. Maybe it's a family member, especially if it's a female family member or friend. And I only say that because I think men are definitely more open about it. It's more expected, I would say. They can do more extreme things if they want to shave their head and just go with it. I mean, it's just different for women. It just hits us differently. We don't talk about it enough. It's probably more common than you actually think. And there is a solution that doesn't need a prescription, that doesn't need constant ongoing costs, you know, that doesn't need to be something that everybody knows about or sees, that you don't have to think about all the time. You don't have to try those, you know, different products that aren't actually your hair. If you want to actually regrow your hair and keep the hair that you do have. You see those red lights? I mean, I'm doing a treatment right now on live television. You could just be in your living room. You could be in the car on the way to work. You could be brushing your teeth, checking emails, making a coffee. It's completely portable and easy. It's an FDA-cleared medical device, and it works. It works. It takes time, but to Marissa's point, I mean, that time is going to pass regardless. So you can get to the end of that period and have more hair, or get to the end of it and be further along in this, what can be very devastating process for so many of us. So this is an opportunity to take that first step, take the initiative. Maybe 2023 is the year that you wanted to make some changes, gain some confidence, do some things. You don't have to work out. You don't have to try on lots of different clothes. I mean, it really, And I say that because it is a very simple addition to your life that can have major output and major change. And so at a price like this, I mean, honestly, the cap alone is a $900 value. In and of itself, every single day, that's what it would cost you for this FDA cleared medical device. These are actual laser therapy. You don't feel it, it doesn't get hot, there's no pain, no stinging, no noise, nothing. But that's $8.99, just right there alone. So we are at $4.89 for our weekly deal drop with the free shipping and the flex pay, which means you can get it home for 1/5 of the price. No interest on that. So you can make payments every month until it's paid off, and it's yours. You own it, you keep it. You get the belt clips, you get the cords to recharge this device, you get 3 different plugs. Maybe you're traveling internationally, you're gonna be able to take the plugs with you. And by the way, we haven't really mentioned this too much, but you're getting the activator serum, which is $60 on its own, and most people add that on. You have to pay for that separately. That's coming included at no extra cost, and that really is like a leave-in serum, kind of like a beauty treatment. You don't have to have it to use the cap, but it is a nice thing to have when you're not paying for it too, right?
It is, yes. I mean, I do want to stress that you do not need this to get the full effects of the cap, but you are regrowing your hair from a follicle that was previously damaged, minimized. It needs all that love and tenderness and everything that it can get, all that
let's keep it healthy.
while we're growing it back. So it's going to be conditioning. This is full of antioxidants. It has DHT blockers. DHT is actually the hormone that causes hair loss. So you're really doing something good for yourself. You're just creating the best environment. And you can see on the screen there, we have that animation of the scalp. And that is, you can see all those hairs growing, and some of them are big and long and thick and healthy, and some of them are teeny tiny and thin and brittle. And those are the ones that are being affected by that hormonal hair loss, that hereditary hair loss, that androgenic alopecia. And you can see that red laser light energy penetrating the scalp. It's even going below the scalp into the follicle, and it is stimulating it. It's bringing more blood flow. It's making that hair healthy again, and ultimately it's going to regrow it. And another thing that's so great about this, you can actually share this cap, which I don't think we've talked about. If you have a family member, especially maybe somebody that's a little sensitive about it, because as we said, this can be a sensitive topic, maybe get it for yourself. Start using it yourself, and hey, do you want to try that? This wipes out, this is silicone, it's super flexible. So this fits different size heads, and you can just wipe it out with a damp cloth or an alcohol wipe or something like that, and you can actually share this, which is really great.
You can even change out the cap. Maybe you've got a house divided with sports teams or whatever. I mean, the point is, it is truly customizable. I mean, my goodness, I did my treatment. You heard it beeping earlier. It times itself. That's the other thing. You don't even have to like set a timer or watch your phone or make sure that you're doing, just put it on. Push the button, put it on, push the button. And really, I think it would be easiest to try and do it at the same time every day, just so that you get into like a routine and a habit, you know, but it's so simple.
It's so simple, and it's portable. You can take this with you. We do say to try and do it at the same time every day, but to your point, Michelle, it is creating a habit, just so you get in the habit of doing it, because it is something you will have to continue to do. After you reach that 2-year point where you reach full efficacy and you're gonna have a glorious mane, you're just gonna do this as maintenance. So 6 minutes a day, every day. It's still gonna be super simple. You can pop it on while you're doing the laundry, making the kids' lunches, doing the dishes, whatever it may be. I do it first thing in the morning, and you can see, again, we have Lou's before and after up. This is only 6 months of use, which is just, it's just mind-blowing, really. You can see how his scalp is less noticeable, and you can see the back of his head looks really full. Those patchy areas are filled in, but the hair just looks healthy. It looks voluminous.
It really does.
It looks so nice, and that's only 6 months of use. And then this is Anna. After 1 year, it's a remarkable difference. You cannot see that scalp showing through it all, and that hair is thick and luscious. And you can see down the sides in her before of her hair, you can see breakage, you can see brittle, and it's evened out, and she's even colored it on the after. And because it's your hair, you're growing out your own hair. There's no clip-ins, there's no nothing. And then this one is just so impactful. I mean, we mentioned how if your follicle gets to a point where it is no longer viable, we call that shiny bald. You can almost look at this and think, he might not be an option for this treatment. But even if there's a little teeny tiny peach fuzz hair or the follicle is dormant, you have the opportunity to regrow that hair. And he took that chance, and this is 1 year. So he still has a full another year to reach full efficacy. He could have a beautiful full head of hair next year. I mean, you never know.
And we are giving you a full year return policy. So imagine that, not 30 days like we typically, not even 6 months. A full year to try this and start to see those changes. And it will be really encouraging to see. If you're doing flex pay, you will well have paid for that already. So there's a lot of reasons you might want to get this home and try it now while you can. And as we keep saying, that time is going to pass regardless. So where do you want to be at the end of that 1 year? Do you want to have more hair loss? Do you want to still be trying different tricks to hide things? Do you want to still be needing prescriptions and paying for refills for things and sometimes forgetting or skipping it because it's a big pain to actually do? Or do you want to have a system that is so simple to work into your life that 1 year in, you can be seeing some major drastic changes? I mean, really, this is a great opportunity. I highly encourage you to try it. You can always head to hsn.com. You can read reviews. You can watch videos. You can see what other people think. But there is a reason that Capillus has been so successful and has helped so many people, because it is an actual FDA-cleared medical device. And no one is out here claiming, hey, you're going to use it for a week and your hair will be back. I mean, this is not that. This is a process. This is something that you have to invest the time, the money, the effort, and the will for it to change, but it is possible. So if you are sitting at home and you thought, that's it, you know, it's just gonna get worse, there's nothing I can do, I'm not going to the doctor, I'm not getting prescriptions, I'm not gonna have to keep paying for things, there is something you can try, you know, and so many of you can do it. In fact, we have wonderful charts to show who can use this. We have a great explanation of what you can expect when you get it home and start using it. The one thing you really need to focus on is, can you put this on and wear it for 6 minutes while you go about doing other things every day? Because if you can put that part in, Capillus can do the rest of the work.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you do have any concerns, we do encourage you, you can always speak to your physician. You can always ask questions.
Sure.
But this is an FDA-cleared medical device. There have been clinical studies done that show this can help regrow your hair. And not only that, can prevent further hair loss.
Sure.
So all the studies are there. Why not just give it a try? It is super easy. It is portable. You've got the rechargeable lithium-ion battery. And this is low-level laser therapy. This is red light lasers that are going into your scalp, down into those follicles, and they are stimulating them, helping them get healthy again and regrowing that hair. So there are millions of folks out there suffering from hormonal hair loss, hereditary hair loss. Androgenic alopecia is the medical term. But if you thought there was nothing that can be done, there absolutely is. And we just don't talk about it a lot. And we really should, because it would be so sad to miss out on this. To have the opportunity to try this and regrow that hair, and think about where you'll be in 6 months, a year from now, 2 years from now, and how different you could look at photos, and how much more confident you can feel, and how much better you can feel going through life, that you don't have to hide, or you don't have to miss events or step out of photos. It's just such a great feeling. And when you get, you know, things like sprays and powders, and I'm not saying you can't use those. You can actually use those with this. That's perfectly fine, but you have to really keep up with that. And it can be nerve-wracking. I know I have a relative that if her hair is in a ponytail, she has to use spray on the sides because she's very self-conscious about that scalp showing. And it's throughout the day, you know, am I gonna sweat? Do I have to touch it up? It's a stress point.
In the back of your mind all of the time, and it's an ongoing cost. And it can get very expensive. The thing I like about this is, yes, you're investing in it now. By the way, while it's almost half off, but then you own it. It's yours. Other people in the household can use it as well. And we have a chart too that I would love to show everyone. If you're kind of on the fence, you're not sure, we're gonna show you the classifications of those who can definitely benefit from this and those who probably not, right?
Right, so this is a great way to see if the Capillus will be ideal for you. This is the Ludwig-Sabin classification. This shows female pattern hair loss. So if you notice, there's a very large gray area with 7 ladies in it. And if you look like one of those ladies does, then this would be an ideal treatment for you. We can help you regrow your hair. Now, that is what we call moderate hair loss. If you are in the advanced hair loss box, which is the white one, unfortunately, it's just been a little bit too long. The follicles are no longer producing, they're no longer viable. So this is actually not gonna be ideal for you. But look at how large the gray box is. And you can see there too, how women lose their hair. It's a little bit different from men. We lose hair for the same reason. It's from a hormone called DHT, but women will tend to widen at the part. That's where you can expect to start seeing it. And thinning is also a really big sign. If you're wrapping your ponytail up 4 times now, and you used to be able to wrap it up in 2 with the rubber band, that might be a sign that you're starting to thin, that you're starting to see some of that hereditary hair loss coming on. And then we have the male classification as well, the Norwood-Hamilton, which shows male pattern hair loss. And you can see again in the gray area, those gentlemen have the opportunity to regrow their hair. And they're usually losing in the pattern where you see that M shape on the front or kind of on the crown. That's the way men tend to lose their hair. And then the top 2 gentlemen in the white box, they still have full glorious heads of hair. We have nothing to treat there.
But these charts are also a good reminder to show you, like, the longer you wait, the further gone you get, the less chance of this being able to help you, or the more work you're gonna have to do to get back to that point that you wanna be at. So it's a nice reminder that there is no better time than now, right?
There is no better
Especially when
time.
we've got the lowest price I've ever seen us do on something like this. The device alone, just so that you know, that is about a $900 value. It's $899 value to be exact. So we're at $489. So we are $410 in savings right now. And then we're adding in the extras in our bundle. So you get the cord, you're gonna be able to recharge that device. It's a rechargeable battery pack. You get the sports cap coming included. It pops off. You can put any kind of cap on this that you want. You get the belt clips so that you can easily clip it onto your belt or your pocket while you walk around the house and you do your treatment. You get the $60 add-on, which most people do buy, and they spend 60 separate dollars, of the activator serum, which is chock full of great ingredients, so that while that hair is starting to grow back, you're treating it, right? And giving it a really nice, it's almost like a beauty treatment, like a leave-in serum kind of beauty treatment for you. So that's coming included as well. So in total, you're looking at a $959 value that today is about half off with the free shipping. And FlexPay is something so unique. Like, if you're getting a red laser therapy treatment at a doctor's office or something, there's no way you could walk in there and say, I want to give you 1/5 of the price, but I want to get it right now, and I don't want any interest on that, and I want a full year to be able to do these treatments and decide if it's for me or not. We are doing all of those things for you. So that is why I say, if it's you or someone in your household or a gift for someone even, now is the time to do it. Weekly deal drops only last while quantity lasts or while Sunday comes, whichever comes first. So we're already halfway through the week. We're halfway through this deal, so I definitely don't want you to miss out. And so much feedback too from people who use this, from how easy it is to the results that they've been seeing. In fact, we've got more testimonials that we can share with you so that you can get an idea of how it's been helping others. Take a look.
My name is Terry Calvo, and I am 80 years young. About 5 years ago, I noticed that my hair was thinning and I was losing more hair more often, and really that was very depressing. I started using Capillus about a year ago, and every night I put my cap on for 6 minutes and makes wonders. And I'm very happy.
I would just notice it when I would take a shower and the amount of hair that was in the drain, or we have white flooring, so I could see a lot of the hair on the floor. So when you're sweeping or vacuuming, you can see how much hair is all over the house. My husband would tell me, Anna, you need to go do something about this. This is not normal. This is something you really need to try to combat because you're still young. And so a friend of mine told me about the Capillus cap and encouraged me to get one. And so I went and got it, and it's one of the best investments I've ever made in my entire life. It really has changed how I feel about myself, how I look at myself in the mirror. And it's really an amazing product.
I mean, it really makes me wonder how many women especially are out there and they're seeing the same things. Like they're seeing the hair on the floor in the shower, they're noticing they're tying their hair many more times. Maybe you're only wearing your hair certain ways now and you're suffering in silence. Like you're seeing these things and you almost feel paralyzed by it, right? You're like, what's happening? How bad is it going to get? What can I do? Who do I talk to? I'm embarrassed to go to a doctor's office. I can't invest in this ongoing cost that a prescription might be. You know, there's lots of reasons. Maybe it's just the fact that we just don't talk about it enough with women, you know? And I wonder how many people are out there and they're dealing with these issues and they're not saying anything when there is a possible solution for you that could be as easy as what you saw the women saying in those testimonials.
Exactly.
And the difference it makes, because again, the time is going to pass regardless. Like, why not try something? And why not try it when we say, hey, you've got a full year. Use it up until that 364th day, right? If you look at your before and after photos and you feel like it's not for me, send it back. Like, I mean, dive in. I mean, we spend this kind of money on a chair. Like the chair I'm sitting in, it probably costs more than this does tonight. Honestly, you got to think of it, and how much more benefit are you going to get from this? The confidence you're going to gain, that stress and that worry that disappears. Maybe it's for a loved one and they just haven't taken the steps to do something about it. This could be that opportunity.
Exactly.
You know?
It could be, and it's a wonderful gift, actually. There are some people that are more vocal about it than others. And if you do have somebody that really wants to do something about it, this is a great thing to share with them, especially if that someone is in your household, because you can share it with them too, and just wipe out the inside.
Just very easily leave it right on their nightstand, or just pass it over when you're done. Let's show everybody how it works, like kind of like a tour.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is incredibly easy. 10 out of 10 on the easy scale. So you have this is portable, you can walk around with it. You have the battery pack, rechargeable lithium ion battery, and you're just gonna press the power button, or you can put it on your head first and then press the power button. It's kind of a choose your own adventure, but I'm gonna start with it on my head, because if you press the power button and it is not on your head, it will kind of chirp at you. It's a little sensor, it's a safety sensor to protect you from those red lights, protect your eyes in case you have a little bit of light sensitivity. But you can see those lasers lit up and working. So this is going to time itself 6 minutes. If you take it off, say for some reason you have to take it off, you have to step over to do something, whatever it may be, and you put it back on, it's gonna pick up right where those 6 minutes, where you left off in those 6 minutes. So you never have to worry about timing it. It's a very smart hat, yes. So you can take it off, put it back on, gonna time for you, but that's it, 6 minutes a day. You can do it anytime. It's great to do, I find, in the morning, because I'm a slow mover, so I'm checking my emails and getting going, and I pop it right on, but you can do it while you're doing the dishes. You know, it's very discreet if you go out in the yard, go check the nails, something like that.
Yeah, this could just go right in your pocket.
Yeah, right in your pocket, or there's a clip that comes with it. So it's really easy, but you are going to want to be compliant with it.
Yeah.
And it is only 6 minutes a day. I think it's so worth it over time to just get in that habit of doing it, because you know what? There are things that we want to keep up with, like our fitness. We want to look great. So we go to the gym a couple times and then we're like, okay, we did it. We're done, you know? And that's not the way it works. You have to keep going. You have to keep up with it. And you can do this and you don't have to go to the gym at all,
But I
which
think
is
that's
so great.
very reasonable. Like, I feel as though our viewers and those of you who are watching right now, you understand that. It's gonna take time. We're talking about quite literally regrowing hair that you've lost and keeping the hair on your head. So the commitment from you needs to be putting this on and doing whatever else for 6 minutes. Reading the book, checking the emails, watching TV, you know, talking on the phone to your sister, making your cup of coffee. But if you can do your part, let Capillus do the rest. This is an FDA cleared medical device. You see that red underneath? I don't want to lift it too much because it will shut off automatically. See that? Let those do, this is it. You're doing your treatment right now, and give it time. Have a little bit of patience. It's definitely worth it in the end if you've seen the testimonials and the before and afters that we've been showing you. And we ourselves at HSN are giving you an entire year so that you can take your time, make that commitment, and see that change. It really is. That makes me so happy. It's not the 30-day, it's not even a 6-month, like we're doing the full-on year. And you will see changes by that time, right?
Oh, yes.
Within
yes.
Because there's like stages.
Yes, so to break that down, 0 to 3 months, you may not see too many changes on the outside, but work's getting done below the surface. So you might notice a little bit of extra shedding, and that's because those unhealthy hairs, that follicle that you have now has shrunken down, which is called miniaturization, and that's from your hereditary hair loss, your hormonal hair loss. So the hair that's coming out of that follicle is not healthy. It's brittle, it's thin, it's going to fall out, and a new, healthy, strong hair is going to regrow out of that follicle. So you will see a little bit of shedding because those old thin hairs are going to fall out to make room. It's like they're getting pushed out. Yeah, they're getting pushed out for the new better fancy stuff. But then 3 to 6 months, you should notice a bit of a difference. Now we do say take pictures. We encourage you to take pictures for this process because you see your own hair every day. A small change you might not notice on your own, but if you look at a photo with your hair parted the same way or done the same way, you might really be able to tell that the texture is different, that it's thicker, that it's more voluminous. There are all sorts of things you can see. So take pictures along the way, but 6 to 12 months is when you're really going to see obvious results. And you're getting a whole year to try this. So likely before you even hit that year mark, you're going to be seeing exactly what this can do for you and how incredible the results are. And when you don't reach full efficacy, which is the max growth that you'll get, the best volume, you know, the healthiest hair until 2 years. So you have enough time to see the visible results, but still know that there's time to even improve on that, which is great.
Wow, I mean, so if you're thinking about it, I'll walk you through the offer one more time so that you know. It's called a weekly deal drop, by the way. So we do this every Sunday. We will bring you 7 incredible offers that are only good for 7 days or while the supplies last, whichever comes first. So this is a weekly deal drop. We're halfway through the week already. Coming included in this set. So of course you're getting your actual cap. This is the laser therapy cap. Take this off for you. But this alone is $899. So I'm gonna shut this off. I just want you to know that. It comes out, it's very flexible, it's really comfortable on your head. You don't feel a thing, you don't know that it's working. It doesn't get hot, none of that. But this is a $900 value, and it's a medical device, so I mean, that makes sense. So we're already $410 off. We're including the cap, which you can use any baseball cap that you like. You can swap that out. You are getting, along with the actual lithium-ion battery, which is completely rechargeable, the charging cords you need for that, 3 extra plugs. So in case you're, you know, traveling, you're going international or something, you're gonna be able to take this with you because you do wanna use it every single day. You're also getting the $60 activator serum. You're not even paying for this, but usually people will purchase that separately, and that's a $60 value, and it is like a leave-in serum beauty treatment because as those new hairs are coming in, you wanna take care of them. You wanna keep them on your head, keep them healthy, keep them shiny, looking strong. So that's coming included with it as well. So it is a really big bundle. It's almost a $960 value for $489 as our weekly deal drop. Even better, we're gonna break that down. You can chunk it down into 5 monthly payments. After your first payment of $97.80, this whole thing is on its way to you. It's not like layaway where you have to wait until it's paid off. So you can immediately start using this and reaping those benefits. It's completely interest-free, and it's very unique to be able to pick something up for 1/5 of the price, get it right away, and then, you know, be able to enjoy it and pay it off over time. By the way, if you have the HSN credit card, I wanted to share with you, we do have VIP financing. In fact, if you have the QVC card or the Zulily card, you can use one of those as well. That would give you 12 months to be able to pay this off interest-free. As long as you pay it off, it breaks down to about $40 and change a month. I mean, you can't even get, like, I went to lunch with my husband the other day. There was just 2 of us, and we like split an appetizer and something else and drinks, and it was more than that.
Yeah, the value is unparalleled.
It's so nice to be able to split up those payments, can I just say, and start to see those changes.
Yes, it really is. And I do want to add too that these are actually assembled in the US. They're made right down in Miami. They're assembled. Nice. I've actually been to the manufacturing facility. It's full of wonderful people that put these together by hand. It's really incredible to see. And the inside of these are so nice and comfortable. They're that flexible silicone. You can see on the screen there. That's where I was walking through, and they're doing the work like that, putting it together by hand, being so meticulous, testing, retesting, testing, assembling this right here in the USA. And not only that, the customer service line is also in the same building. So you have the folks that are, you know, the masterminds behind this. You have the folks putting it together, and then you have customer service. You have everybody in one building. So if you call and you really need something, you really have a question, you're getting it answered in real time.
Wow.
Because that is all right here. It's right here down in Miami. So that's also a really wonderful perk. It's great to be able to call and ask a question. And also we do encourage you, if you have any concerns, there's always going to be a little bit of skepticism. Does this work? Does this not work? I mean, this is an FDA cleared medical device. We have done the clinical studies, but you're always welcome to speak to a physician if you have any questions about it, of course.
Yeah, bring it in, take it with you, let them see it. I mean, with a full year, you've got time to do that kind of thing. You just have to ask yourself, can you commit the 6 minutes a day? And it's not like, and this is what's interesting, it's not like you're stuck in one place for 6 minutes every day. It really, we should rephrase it maybe. Can you put on a hat every day for 6 minutes? Like, are you able to do that? Because then Capillus and the technology and these specialized lasers can do all the rest of the work. And these before and afters, they really are compelling.
They're very compelling.
And every single person has a completely different look to what they're starting with and where they ended up.
And men and women, you know, everybody's results are going to be varied, I will say. And men and women do lose hair a little bit differently. So you'll notice that, but you'll notice that all of them are seeing results, and some of them as soon as 6 months. Yeah. And one thing that I do love about this, yes, this will become something you do every day. You're gonna pop it on your head for 6 minutes. But if you think about the things we do throughout the day, if we want to eat dinner, we have to go to the grocery store. If we want to have clean clothes, we have to do laundry. If we want to stay healthy, we have to go to the gym. This is something you can combine with something you're already doing. You're not adding to your day. You're not adding an extra thing you have to do. You can do the laundry and be wearing your Capillus hat and getting that low-level laser therapy going right down into your scalp, right into that follicle, making it healthy again, and you're just going about your day. It's portable, it's discreet, it has a rechargeable battery. There's also a little, you'll see these blue lights on the end here that will show you kind of about how charged you are.
Nice.
So you know when to charge it again, and generally you can get at least 6 uses out of it. Yeah. I know I've used mine sometimes 10 or 11 times. You're using it for 6 minutes. Right. So they really last quite a while, but I think we're in the time where we're used to recharging our devices. But it's just so easy, and getting a whole year is such a privilege at this price. It's really incredible. So, and now's the time. I mean, this is progressive, so you're only going to continue to lose more hair if you don't start now.
Right, and stack it with something you already do. Like we were saying, if every night you read a little bit of your book, put it on the book. If every day you go straight to the coffee machine, put it right there. So you can pop it on while you're doing your thing. It times itself. You don't even have to do that part. So it is very simple. And then to your point, Marissa, a full year. The return policy is a full year so that you can start to see those changes. It's very exciting to know that there is something you can do that is easy, that is not hard to like keep up with, that you can share with other people in the household, and that you own. Like I do love that it is yours.
It's
like
yours.
there is no ongoing cost with this.
There's no ongoing cost. It's yours. You keep it. Like I said, these are medical grade lasers. They're going to last a very, very long time. And this hat is very durable. I mean, this is flexible. We have silicone inside. You can wipe it out using a damp cloth. But this will last a long time. It's a one-time purchase. I mean, you can't beat that. If you're, you know, I mentioned a family member who buys the spray, or, you know, I know there are all sorts of potions and lotions and different things you can do, and I'm not discounting some of those things may work, but you have to keep up with that. You have to keep purchasing it. You have to make sure you apply it, and maybe sometimes you don't want to get your hair wet, or you don't want to be sticky, or this is so easy. You do it on dry hair. The applicator you're actually going to do on wet hair, but you do it on dry hair. It can be dirty, it can have product in it. It's just too easy.
Just imagine what it's gonna be like to not have to worry or think about it anymore. That's what you gotta focus on, you guys. This is such a great offer. Again, almost half off. It's the lowest price I've ever seen it at. It's only good through Sunday or while supplies last. So make sure that you're getting yours while you can. And Marissa, I wanna thank you so much for being here and walking us through this. It was so good to see you.
It was so great to see you.
I imagine you'll be on a couple more times before this disappears this week.
Yes, I will be here throughout throughout the week. I'm so excited to continue to share it because this is just an incredible value.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, thank you so much, and thank you for watching. By the way, something special we have going on hsn.com right now. If you search the term denim in the search bar, we have a huge sale happening, up to 30% off some of your favorite denim brands. We even break it down by silhouette of the jean, by brand, by size, by color. You choose, but that is a really great resource for you. All right, stick with me. We've got an encore presentation of our best value of the day from Tint and Titan. Take a look.
Discovery Days are back at HSN. Grab great deals on items from top brands you love, like cooking essentials from Ninja, KitchenAid, Benefit, and Birkenstock. Plus, special pricing on your favorites from Andrew Lessman and America's favorite inventor, Joy Mangano. Discovery Days are back at HSN. Discovery Days, January 27th through the 30th. HSN is bringing you one of our biggest Tucson Gem events ever, with special guests joining us live from Tucson every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Discover jewelry treasures from around the globe without leaving your living room, including gemstone jewelry from Colleen Lopez, Mind Finds from Jay King, Rarities by Carol Brody, and more, leading up to an exciting all-day event live from Tucson, Tuesday, February 7th. The Tucson Gem Series starts January 30th, only on HSN. Get the best deals on the things you love with the HSN card. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks, like VIP financing on so many items, plus extra flex on every item under $369 all day, every day, and at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card.